Well, it's been a year on YouTube now for me, and if I look rough, that's because I feel rough because I was drinking last night. So bear with me. And my squinty eyeballs. Yeah, so year on YouTube, and some of you have been with me since the very beginning, since my most rank amateur of videos with MSN noises blaring in the background and me screaming my frustrated nonsense. Well, I mean, it's not nonsense, but just vomiting out all of my thoughts and being very upset about certain things. Now, during the year that I've been on YouTube, it has been one of the most tumultuous years of my life. And some of you supported me through some really, really hard times. Like when Jamie was sick and he went away and I was all by myself and really worried about him and getting all emotional about everything. Because I was alone, and I didn't have anyone to bounce any of my stuff off of, It's like, if Jamie was around, I could have said, oh, I'm upset about this thing, and, been a bit of a sop, and he would have given me a hug and it would have all been alright. But because I was all by myself with whatever thoughts I had, some of it got a bit sort of blown out of proportion. I mean, I took the videos down now, but there was like 3 videos in a row of me bawling my eyes out over stuff to do with my family. And a lot of you came together and gave me support. And I really, really appreciate that. And it just goes to show, that there is a lot of goodness in the world, and there are a lot of people willing to be anonymously, or not so anonymously, but it is the internet, good. Probably more than are willing to be anonymously bad. And that gives me a lot of faith in humanity. And I think we should have faith in ourselves. And it's probably, losing faith in ourselves is probably going to be the thing that really has the most destructive power in our world. But yeah, and I've talked on lots of different topics, and the people, who maybe came to me because they were interested in gender and sexuality, listened to my thoughts on veganism and, put their 2 bobs in and were respectful, and, maybe they had to think about it. It changed their thinking on things, The people who came to me, I think probably a lot of people came to my channel, maybe the majority, I don't know, because of my veganism, and they banded together behind me and they took motivation from what I was saying, and they tolerated, when I was talking about different things, and maybe it made them think about something new, And the people who came to me because their interest in spirituality and the topics that I talked about on that, they also, were fine with everything else I was talking about. And everyone's really, all of the active subscribers and friends that I have all kind of, banded together. I haven't really seen any of them attack each other, even though they're coming from different walks of life and all the rest of it. And it's been really quite amazing to see that beautiful, transcendent side of humanity, And thank you very much for showing me that. It's been very, very rewarding to know that, even though there are a bunch of wankers on here as well who might pop up and say something horrible occasionally, that the good outweighs the bad, And that I can come on here and I can spew out my innermost feelings, and people will support me. People who are my friends on here will come on and, reassure me or give their thoughts, or, you know, generally just embrace me for who I am. And in this world, sometimes that is a rarity. It shouldn't be, but it is. And a lot of us are members of minority groups, you know, so we all know what it's like to be on the fringe and be afraid to voice our true opinions, and, you know, just to be open, you know. So to have this forum in which to be able to be open without fear, and to have other people understand where you're coming from and give you support, even if they're not in complete agreement, maybe, it's amazing. So I just wanted to, you know, thank you all. This being on YouTube, interacting with all of you, has been an important part of my evolution as a human being. A lot of you have supported me through some really hard, scary stuff, and, you know, encouraged me to stretch my intellectual muscle and just sort of follow whatever the path as it unfolds before me, essentially. So I thank you very much. Thank you.